Hi, my name's Karen Davies, and this is the Karen Davies podcast, episode number 13. Hi and welcome. The irony of the fact that I started recording this episode on procrastination in January 2020, no, I'm not joking, and that I'm only now getting around to recording it is not lost on me. I promise you I did not do that on purpose, but now that I have done it, it's a great example of procrastination. Procrastination is something we all do, every single one of us. But why? Procrastination is a common struggle that many of us face in our daily lives, whether it's putting off a task at work or delaying a project or avoiding a difficult conversation. Procrastination can have a significant impact on our productivity, well-being, and overall success. No one is actually a procrastinator. We just sometimes exhibit procrastination as a behaviour. I mean, no one consistently procrastinates, do they? We eat every day, we breathe, we go to the toilet, we mostly go to work or school. These are all the things that we never procrastinate about. So why, when it comes to other aspects of our lives, do we use that as an excuse? Why do we label ourselves? For example, I can't lose weight. I just procrastinate about going to the gym or planning my meals. Or I would apply for that job, but it'll close before I get around to it. What can I say? I'm a procrastinator. We need to recognize that procrastination is a habit that we do. It's not something that we are. Procrastination is a common behaviour and it doesn't define you as a person. However, procrastination can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we label ourselves as procrastinators, the more likely we are to procrastinate. You've heard the phrase, give a dog a bad name. Well, that's actually an old English proverb, and it means if you besmirch someone's reputation, for example, saying bad things about them, then the result will be that people expect that person to behave exactly like that in the future. This is true of how you think and talk about yourself. But if you think that you're going to procrastinate, then you will. If you call yourself a procrastinator, then that's exactly what you'll do. But the good news is that this works both ways. Jesse Itzler is a master of self-talk and inverting the give a dog a bad name ethos. Jesse is one of my favourite people to follow and interact with on social media. He's a family man, he's an American entrepreneur, an author, a rapper. I laugh at that because this was several decades ago. And when you think of rappers, with the exception of Eminem, you don't really think of slim white dudes. Anyway, when Jesse was starting his business, Marquee Jets, even when he was totally broke at the start of his journey, he would say to his business partner, Kenny Ditcher, "We're millionaires. They've just not paid us yet." And he was right. Well, actually, I think he was a bit wrong because I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire now, but you get the idea. So I encourage you to evoke your inner Jesse and give yourself some props. Start talking positively about yourself and change that narrative. Instead of thinking of yourself as a procrastinator, reframe your mindset to focus on your strengths, values, and positive qualities. This can help you see yourself in a more positive light and reduce the self-limiting beliefs that may be contributing to your procrastination. Don't forget to celebrate your success and your progress. When you do take action and make progress towards your goals, remember to celebrate your successes and acknowledge your accomplishments. This can help you build positive momentum and reduce the tendency to label yourself as a procrastinator. Overcoming procrastination can be a process, and that takes time, effort, and practice. Be patient with yourself and focus on progress, not perfection. As a mindset coach, I've worked with countless individuals and teams who struggle with procrastination, and I've identified a few key strategies that can help people overcome this challenge. First and foremost, as we've discussed, it's essential to understand that procrastination is not a character flaw or a personal failing. It's a behaviour that can be changed with practice, effort, and intention. Many people who struggle with procrastination feel a sense of shame or guilt about their behaviour, which can make it even more challenging to break that cycle. It's important to approach procrastination with compassion, curiosity, and a growth mindset. One of the most effective strategies for overcoming procrastination is to identify the underlying cause of the behaviour. Procrastination can have many underlying causes, including fear of failure, lack of motivation, poor time management, and perfectionism. But by understanding the root cause of your procrastination, you can develop targeted strategies to address it. For example, if you struggle with procrastination due to fear of failure, it can be helpful to reframe your mindset around failure. Instead of viewing failure as a personal failing, see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Remember, if you're struggling, it doesn't mean you're failing. In fact, struggling is the exact opposite of failing. Struggling means that you, my friend, are trying. Trying does not equal failure. It means you're putting in the effort and you're making progress no matter how small. Remember, there was a time as small babies when none of us could walk or talk, but look at us now. Also, side note, we're inclusive here at Karen Davies Coaching, and to be clear, I'm including our friends in wheelchairs and those who use non-verbal modes of communication in that too. So set small, achievable goals that build your confidence and competence and celebrate your progress along the way. If you struggle with procrastination due to a lack of motivation, it can be helpful to identify your values and priorities. What holds significance for you? What are your aspirations and long-term objectives? You hear me bang on all the time about goals on this podcast, and there's a really important reason why. Without goals, motivation is difficult to sustain. You end up drifting, which seldom leads to happiness or contentment. Having goals allows us to direct our attention towards what truly matters. It gives us purpose and it enables us to visualize how we want our lives to look. And when we have an exciting goal, pursuing it can energize us. Having goals is a great way to focus attention on the things that are important. This is why it's crucial to set your goals now and make moves towards achieving what you desire next. Without goals, there's no motivation. You drift, and drifting rarely leads to happiness or fulfillment, but moving towards an exciting goal can electrify your life. That's why you must set your goal right now and get moving towards what you want next. By connecting our sense of purpose and aligning our actions with our values, we can cultivate a sense of motivation that can help us to overcome procrastination. Another effective strategy for overcoming procrastination is to break tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. When we feel overwhelmed by the scope or complexity of a task, it's easy to put it off, but by breaking the task down into smaller, more achievable steps, we can build momentum and gain a sense of progress and accomplishment. Think about it. When you're driving a car for 30 minutes from point A to point B, you don't think about the 30 sets of traffic lights that are on the journey. No, you're present in the moment and you're concentrating on the set of traffic lights in front of you right now. And that's how we should be looking at our goals. Small, easy, instant, manageable steps. Desmond Tutu, everyone's favourite South African bishop, an anti-apartheid activist and human rights activist, once wisely said, "There is only one way to eat an elephant, one bite at a time." Now, I'm not saying go and eat an elephant. I mean, why would you do that? They're gorgeous creatures. What Archbishop Tutu meant by this is that everything in life that seems daunting or overwhelming or even impossible can be accomplished gradually by taking on just a little bit at a time. Accountability can be a powerful tool for overcoming procrastination. When we're accountable to others, whether it's a friend, a coach, a mentor, we're more likely to follow through on our commitments. So you may want to consider finding an accountability partner who can help you stay on track and provide support and encouragement along the way. In conclusion, procrastination is a common challenge that many individuals face, but as we've learnt today, it's not insurmountable. By approaching procrastination with compassion, curiosity, a growth mindset, we can identify the underlying causes of our behaviour and develop targeted strategies to overcome it. Whether it's reframing our mindset around failure, connecting with our values and priorities, or breaking tasks down into smaller steps, or finding an accountability partner, there are many strategies we can use to overcome procrastination and in order to achieve our goals. As always, let me know how you go. I genuinely love hearing from you on social media. Contact me at Instagram at Karen Davies Coaching, and I always try to respond to each and every one of you. If you enjoy listening to this podcast, come and check out my website, karendaviescoaching.com. There's plenty of resources, tips and downloads, as well as the opportunity to work with me.